Hello. It is basically uh, December 2nd, 2021, a Thursday. And this is just. There was a workout before work, and now there's a workout after work. I'm not going to do this every day, but I'm going to do this sometimes. Every now and then. Said I'm going to do this sometimes, and it's probably the first time I'm going to do this. But yeah, it's going to be a short one. Just like the one that happened, general full body, almost full body, most of the body workout. Please do not waste your time watching this video unless you have a very specific reason to watch this video. And I think I put that please in front of there. Just realized I gave a letter to a friend and I didn't sign the bottom of it. So that's a bit weird feeling. I still have a couple more letters to give out, and they're already in the envelopes. So I think I'm gonna get more envelopes, or very carefully open those envelopes and reattach them, and make sure I sign those letters. So that would be a good idea to do after this. Oh goodness. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, basically doing a secondary workout in the day. Not a big one, not a big deal, but it's kind of to me it is, the fact that I'm doing this twice. So whatever weird reasoning, maybe it's the snowball. You do a little bit and then sometimes you do a little bit more. Be careful of the bad snowballs, encourage the good snowballs. I think dirty jokes are kind of a snowball. You tell one that's a little off color, someone else, hey, I can top that, and tells another one that they think is more funny because it's dirtier, and I've been stuck in that loop, and it's led me to some not good situations, and I'm just realizing that in the past, day or two. So a lot of crystallization going on about that, and apparently some of the things I say matter more than they do. And they matter way more than I thought they do. And that's important to know. A very crucial bit of information. And which makes me want to be very, very careful. Not just go off at the mouth and not get caught in any joke snowballs or anything like that. So, but with all things, I'm just trying to basically be a good guy. Seems like it's my path. So far, so good. And it's kind of funny. There's been things in the past that have, made you want to kind of go in the other direction. Not made me, asked me to go in the other direction for my benefit. And I was just like, no. And I remember several years ago, I came up with this idea, this concept. I'm probably not the first person to think of it, but it was being an adult is doing the right thing and knowingly paying the price for it. And yeah, that feels good in some weird ways to be after the paying the price. Of course, after the price is paid and then it's years down the road or it's years ago, then that's a good thing. So anyway, all right, enough talking. Let's actually get to stretching. Probably don't need to stretch, but I'm going to keep the routine pretty much the same. Just one set, one warm-up set of these different exercises. Most sets are going to be like 4 or 8 repetitions, which is 1 or 2 cycles of breath. The breath cycle is exhale, hold, inhale, hold. So here we go. Going to do the exhale first on this one. Usually I do the inhale on the stretches, but I'm going to keep everything exhale first tonight. feel that stretch. I feel that more and more, especially doing it twice in the same day. That's a good thing. And even just simple cycles of 4 is pretty good. And that's simple stretching right there. Good stuff. Warm up set first. Let's go into a little bit heavier than that, but I'm gonna warm up first. And feel good about that warm up. I like this little warm up, especially because it's the only warm up. The multiple warm ups used to bore me. So simple. So devastatingly simple. Yeah. Hey, that fits right up there pretty well. That's pretty good. I don't know exactly what rhythm I was doing there. Felt right, but I think I was not starting at the beginning. I was starting at the halfway point on the breath phase switches. So, oh well, feels good. Is it really feeling good, or am I just pretending? Well, I'm gonna play subjective reality on that. And I'm gonna say both. Maybe I am pretending, and that's okay. Oh yeah, grab one of these and get cozy with it. For let's turn it out to be one of my newer favorite exercises. Just lay down and so here's a little hypothesis I'm playing with. All right, so let's say you work out your chest, your legs, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, I'm not going to be a purist with any of this, but you work out 3 days a week, let's say. For a little while, I was trying that when I went on this journey, and maybe I got better results back then, but I was doing like Monday, upper body, Wednesday, lower body, and Friday, upper body part 2. Different way of hitting the other upper body, focus on different things. But let's say something like that. And then you're going heavy. At least I thought I was going heavy. And sometimes I really did try to go heavy, but sometimes no. Anyway, but let's say a human being's going heavy. And they're recovering, every day afterwards. They have that hours of recovery. Several hours of recovery, 48, 72, all that kind of stuff. And even more in some cases. And then that recovery adds up. And then it's just like, okay, well, let's say you work out, because you worked out hard, you have to recover this much. If you worked out easy, like I'm kind of doing now, you don't have to recover very much, but you're doing it just about every day. So every time you're sleeping, your body can be like, well, that part got used more than that part. And since you're using kind of a little bit out of your comfort zone, getting to a little bit of discomfort, the body gets to prioritize, okay, fix that one up, make that one, fix it better, make it stronger, fix it better, make it stronger. And it's kind of like pinpointing certain areas as long as you're basically going to uncomfortable daily. So not everything's going to recover at the same rate or the same way, but I kind of think it's going to kind of seize everything up, build everything up in some weird way, and maybe turn into a fun and interesting habit instead of like, oh man, it's Monday. Well, I'm not going to do this right now. I just got off work or whatever it is. Now, I'm just like, hey, I just got off work and I have no real need to do this. Well, I mean, I do have a need. Well, want. Strong desire. But, I would have been fine just doing this tomorrow. But what if I did this twice in one day? Let's see how that feels. And yeah, maybe tomorrow, well, maybe I'll use this excuse tonight as something that if I don't feel like doing it tomorrow, I won't. I'll be like, hey, at least I did twice in one day yesterday. So hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully this is evolving into something I genuinely like, genuinely becomes part of my situation. I do notice that nervousness and anxiety tend to diminish after a good workout because sometimes that stuff just doesn't matter that much. And things I should be nervous about and more anxious about even diminish a little bit after a workout sometimes, which may not be the best thing, but maybe a good thing. It seems to kind of serve me well. All right, so we're going to do this again. A little bit of momentum there, even with that light weight. Go figure. But I'm okay with that. It's an exercise I've only done twice in my life so far. I knew of it. I remember I had a friend that used to do that, and I was like, well, you're not fighting gravity. So I thought it was silly, but it turns out that that actually does something, even if you're not fighting gravity directly. Okay. Started feeling something weird there, so shut it down. I'm gonna do one of these and then do the frontal raises. Kind of a caveat to a beard like this, gotta make sure these things stick together. Because if it opens up a little bit and I stick it anywhere in the beard zone, some of that beard's coming with it. Don't want that to happen. I've already kind of felt that twice, like, ooh, that hurt a little bit. Feeling a bit of a thickness, not pain, just kind of a thickness in the right shoulder. Don't know what to make of that, but it's letting me know something. Doesn't feel pain, just there's like, for lack of a better term, thickness to it. Heaviness just right there, like my arm wants to just, so let that be there as it may. I'm gonna go with these guys today. not taking too much out of myself. And it's just like, you know, not doing too much of a pause there between exercises. I was gonna do a pause before the curls. And I was like, come on, man, you don't need a pause before that. Just get into it. And I did. That was nice. Made me feel pretty good about not pausing. Forgot to do these yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Well, for legal purposes yesterday, because technically it is the 2nd right now, but for real purposes, it's the same day. Haven't gone to bed yet. After midnight, it's still the same day, at least in my mind. All right, gonna do those reverse flies. Feeling a lot of that in my shoulders. I really should be feeling it in my back. Weird. But it's nice to know your own body. Be able to clue into that. But it felt good. I feel like something's going on. Something interesting and happy's going on. The suboptimal workout. Suboptimal by a long shot, but it gets done. That's my argument for it. It gets done. I can get myself to do it regularly or semi-regularly or more regularly than any other workout so far, pretty much. Well, let's see if I'm still singing that tune, you know, a month from now. Figured out something cool there. So on the rollers, half a repetition is a cycle of breath. On the push-ups, 2 repetitions is a cycle of breath. I don't think those are fully proper push-ups. They should be higher and getting a little bit lower too. So there's that, but I think it was an okay batch. Definitely feeling it, so that's a good part of that. I think I'm done with this area. Could add one bonus thing. Haven't done it. I mean, I did do these with a different thing. I got one in the car, so I use that on occasion. But I haven't used these specific ones in a while. So, you know, sometimes driving in traffic. Or holding it straight. I'm gonna hold these straight. Just gonna bust out with a few of them. Well, feeling a little bit. Yeah, actually, I'm feeling more now. That was kind of good. Real simple. Feel it. That's the goal. The goal is more feeling it than the numbers. The numbers, you know, let's communicate with my body. Let's tune in my body. Feel it. Maybe, hopefully, and maybe this is stacking placebos. Feeling it is more important than counting the numbers. I bet there's so many people that would say that's a cop out, that would say that's not true. And it may not be. But in my subjective reality, if there is a placebo effect that comes from this, I'm willing to take it. I'm also, not just completely subjectively, also willing to believe that it may actually be true. Deep connection with feeling your body, stimulate health and growth. I think that's possible. Like I said, my goal is not really that much of growth. It's more health than anything else, but let's turn on a light and get to it. Oh, it feels so good in here. Nice and cool. There we go. Well, I would check what that looks like. Yeah, I'm going to. Gonna see if it's passably seeable. Yeah, that passes. I can see some stuff. Let's really feel the back this time. Wow, that felt weird just doing that. Cool. All right. Not doing a lot of them. Just getting to it, you know. You know how it is. Not making this a long one, other than the talking. Whew. I think I'm gonna get a weight vest, put it on during that. Then eventually get back to doing that one-footed, although I don't get that balance situation from that thing, doing it that way, so who knows. For right now, I'm liking these better than pull-ups. Partially because they're easier, partially because I'm getting a greater range of motion. Whew. was a little bit more grindy than I thought. Whew. That's enough. I think we got most of the important stuff. High five, good job. Stay out there. Good stuff. Keep it going. Yay. The silliness. It's almost like being punch drunk a little bit. Whew. Oh man. Woo. All right. Not gonna do a breathing exercise. Well, nah. Gonna grab some grub. Running out of the window. 8 to 9 is 1 hour. 9 to 10 is 2. 11, 12, that's 4. 12 to 1, that's gonna be 5. So, still got plenty of time left, but that's okay. It's not gonna take me too long to eat. It's gonna be a good situation. All right, later it shall be.